Toss-up 1. The bombardment of Elwood occurred in this state during one war in which a weather balloon flying over it was attacked in a great air raid. One anti-immigrant law signed in this state by Hiram Johnson was used by Earl Warren to expropriate land. Mexican residents of this state's largest city were beaten in the Zoot Suit riots. Fred Zoe?
California.
For 10. Bonus. Answer the following about bananas in art. For 10 points each, this British street artist depicted characters from Pulp Fiction holding bananas in lieu of guns. One of this artist's works depicts a young girl letting go of a red heart-shaped balloon.
Banksy, right? You're muted, Zoe.
Banksy? Yeah.
An artist from this country taped a banana to a wall for his piece Comedian. This country's Art Povera movement included artists like Mario Amares.
What country was that?
Spain.
Spain. Yeah, that was my thought. We can just go with that.
Answer?
Spain.
Italy. This artist used a silk screen technique to paint a banana for the Velvet Underground in Nico. The band was featured on this artist's Exploding Plastic Inevitable tour.
Warhol.
For 20.
Sorry?
Warhol.
Oh, nice.
Toss up 2.
Can you wait for Anthony? He's not back yet.
Oh, wait, what?
I think he left. He's still in the room. I think he's not at his laptop.
I'll continue with toss-up 2. This politician coined the slogan, "This time more than 400," during one election. After asking why all thieves shared this man's surname, one rival of this man was disqualified from parliament. This leader's National Democratic Alliance lost its majority in the Lok Sabha, being defeated in one seat in which he had consecrated Ram Mandir, Ayodhya. Rahul Gandhi opposes this head of government. For 10 points, Anthony?
Like Narendra Modi?
Yep, for 10. Answer the following about hypertext fiction, a form of electronic literature that uses links to move through a non-linear story. For 10 points each, an early hypertext system developed by IBM and Ted Nelson used this novel as its basis. This novel consists of a 999-line poem written by the fictional author John Shade.
Pale Fire. Yeah. Pale Fire.
This author partially titles Patchwork Girl, a work of hypertext fiction in which this author of Frankenstein built a female companion for the monster.
Kelly, you're right.
This woman titles another hypertext story in which the narrator's father reads sections from the epic poem in which she repeatedly weaves and unravels the funeral shroud for Odysseus' father.
This woman, like Penelope.
Correct? Yep, all 30. Toss-up 3. The spear Birga was owned by this figure who was trained by Liath Luara prior to defeating Aileen. Jermud dies after this hero fails to bring him water. Emily?
Is this Cuchulainn?
Sorry, what?
Cuchulainn?
Sorry, incorrect. 5. And this hero will reawaken after a horn sounds 3 times. This hero created the Isle of Man in Giant's Causeway, and his son Owain narrates a mythological cycle named after him. This hero caught and burned his thumb while cooking the salmon of knowledge. For 10 points in this Irish hero and leader of the Fianna. Anthony?
Finn McCool?
Yep. Bonus. Kingsford Smith Airport serves this city, which is formerly inhabited by the Duang and Eora peoples. For 10 points each, name this capital of New South Wales, which contains an iconic opera house designed by Jorn Utzon.
Sydney. Correct.
One of these locations, centered in Sydney's Haymarket neighborhood, contains a Garden of Friendship built by Sydney's sister city. These ethnic enclaves were formed by immigrants during the Australian Gold Rush.
Ethnic enclave, I guarantee it's Chinatown.
Yeah. Chinatown.
Sydney's Port Jackson is connected to this sea, which separates Australia and New Zealand. This sea, nicknamed the Ditch, was named for the discoverer of Van Diemen's Land.
Oh,
This one.
like, what do you say?
What do you say?
Oh, it's the strait between Australia and New Zealand. It's like Flanders.
Okay,
think-
trust.
Flanders, you're right.
The Tasman Sea. So,
Oh.
20. Toss-up 4. When a film by this director ends with the silhouette of Lady Sue's brother against a castle, trees from Spiderweb's forest attack a castle in an adaptation of Macbeth by this director. The title characters fight against musket-wielding bandits in a film by this director in which Kyuzo and... Joey?
Kurosawa.
For example. Bonus. Dozens of Kosovar children are named after this man due to his support of the NATO bombing of Yugoslavia. For 10 points each, name this leader of New Labour who was investigated in the Chilcot report. This prime minister defeated John Major in a landslide in the 1997 general election.
Blair?
Blair?
Yeah. What country? Is this Britain?
I don't know.
Answer?
Wait, Blair would be too early for that. It's like, then it would be before
Time.
Thatcher.
The answer is Blair. Blair presided over Britain's involvement in this war, during which a US-led coalition of the willing overthrew Saddam Hussein.
So the Gulf War.
Wait, what? Okay.
Gulf War direct.
It just says Iraq War. Domestically, Blair negotiated a disagreement which released IRA prisoners and ended the Troubles.
Is that not this Sunday? Easter.
The Easter.
Good Friday Agreement?
Yes. Yes, that.
Yeah.
Direct.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So, this time. Toss-up 5. The hangman of Arad crushed a revolt in this country whose leaders are commemorated in Heroes Square. This country is partitioned after the Battle of Mohawks and was given autonomy in the... Anthony?
Like Hungary?
15. Bonus. These objects have an emissivity of 1 at thermal equilibrium. For 10 points each, name these idealized physical bodies that absorb all forms of radiation.
Black body, direct.
The Rayleigh-Jeans law approximates the spectral radiance of a black body as a function of this quantity for radiation emitted by a black body. This quantity is equal to the distance between the consecutive points on a wave.
Oh, wait. Wavelength.
The Rayleigh-Jeans law erroneously overestimated the spectral radiance of a black body as wavelengths decreased below a certain part of the electromagnetic spectrum, leading to this dilemma, which was solved by Planck's law.
UV catastrophe, direct.
All 30. Toss-up 6. This author created a dentist who steals teeth from dead bodies. Abigail?
Maupassant.
Sorry, incorrect, next 5. Who steals teeth from dead bodies, Dr. Bushi. The cafe owner... Zoe, sorry. You cut out.
Food?
Yeah, 15. For 10 points, answer the following questions about Red Bull's ventures in sports. In Formula 1 racing, Red Bull Racing fields drivers Sergio Checo Perez and this other Dutch driver who won the 2021, 2022, and 2023 World Championships.
Probably Verstappen.
What?
Verstappen.
Oh, that
Red
makes
Bull
sense.
also sponsors a football team in this Austrian city, which is one of the most dominant teams in Austrian football history, winning a record 10 titles in a row as of 2023.
I don't know any Austrian cities other than Vienna.
Yeah.
Answer?
There's another one. When I hear it, but I don't know.
Vienna?
Salzburg. See, Red Bull executives claimed that its ventures into this cliff diving World Series and National Air Race will justify its slogan, which claims that Red Bull gives you these appendages.
Wings.
Yep, for 20. Toss-up 7. Substances found in these structures include moon milk, and snot-type bacteria are found in these structures. Gores in these structures can create dams of stone. These structures are the only suitable habitats for troglodytes. Lava tubes become these... Zoe?
Caves?
For 10. Bonus. This husband of Maria Leopoldina abdicated his throne to fight in the liberal wars. For 10 points each, named the son of Joao VII. This man started one war by delivering the cry of Ipiranga and founded the Empire of Brazil.
Brazil. So someone in the Amazon?
What's
Answer.
the, like, Pedro, the first?
Yep. Dom Pedro was
Nice.
a member of the House of Braganza, which ruled this country. In 1807, Pedro and his family fled to Brazil after Napoleon's capture of Lisbon, this country's capital.
Portugal?
Yep. In 1816, Portugal conquered this country, ruled by José Gervasio Artigas. Dom Pedro granted this country independence after losing the Cisplatin War.
What war?
I didn't hear. So just a country next to Brazil?
Paraguay.
Answer.
Okay.
Paraguay?
Uruguay. So
Unlucky.
Toss-up 8. A work in this language argues for the existence of the soul with the floating man thought experiment. A philosopher that used this language... Anthony?
Arabic.
15. This tradition believes in a life force known as Ase. For 10 points each, name is Nigerian ethnic group that believes in the supreme deity Olodumare. Numerous African diaspora religions such as Santeria and Candomblé are derived from this religion and Christianity.
It's an ethnic group, right? Like, they're
Sorry, what?
Yoruba.
Yep. Spirits called Iowa are worshipped in this syncretic Haitian religion which believes in the supreme deity Bondie. Contrary to popular depictions, this religion is not at all linked with its namesake dolls.
Voodoo. Direct.
Yoruba tradition generally holds that there are 400 plus one of these spirits, which are grouped by color. These spirits originate from the Orun and are sent by Olodumare to make humans successful.
They're called like Orishas. Do you guys know? Orishas direct.
All 30. Toss-up 9. This poet described the orchestra breathing fitfully the music of spheres in a poem that claims the play is the tragedy Man. That poem is titled after... Zoe?
Poe?
15. Bonus. A synthase that catalyzes the addition of this functional group operates via a charge gradient in the electron transport chain. For 10 points each, name this anion containing 4 oxygen atoms whose namesake acid is triprotic. Kinases catalyze their addition to proteins, providing potential energy to do chemical work.
No, I have no clue.
It's an acid, so citric acid? Nitric acid?
Try nitric acid.
Answer.
Nitric acid?
Phosphate. Phosphofructokinase catalyzes the phosphorylation of F6P in the third step of this process, whose most common pathway is the EMP pathway.
What?
Krebs cycle.
Sure.
A glycolysis.
Krebs.
Glycolysis is the first step in this process, which produces usable ATP from glucose. This process has aerobic and anaerobic types.
Respiration.
Yeah.
Yep, for 10. Toss up 10.
That was unfortunate.
After this will be the half. The Van 't Hoff equation differentiates this quantity with respect to temperature. Fugacity coefficients can be used when calculating this quantity for gases. This quantity for the dissolution of an ionic solid is the solubility product, while the law of mass action provides an expression for it. Solid species are not included in the calculation of this quantity. Anthony?
The equilibrium the equilibrium constant.
Yep, for 10. Bonus. This literary genre's old form is characterized by its satire of public affairs and politicians. For 10 points each, name this literary genre, whose playwrights included Aristophanes. This genre is contrasted with tragedy.
Comedy. Direct.
The parados in which this group of actors appears is one of the 6 sections of an old comedy. This group also appears during the parabasis, in which it addresses the audience.
Oh, the chorus, I think. The chorus direct.
A scene 2 parabasis is this Aristophanes play is sung by this play's titled entities who are interrupted when Strepsiades and Socrates exit the thinkery.
Oh, the birds? Clouds?
Answer.
The birds direct.
The clouds. So answer. At the half, I have a score of Scholars A 185, Easy 135. Is everyone ready to go to the next toss-up? Alright, toss-up 11. The Catalan company conquered a duchy on this body of water during the Franco-Cratia period. On this body of water, the Knights Hospitalier were massacred at Smyrna and occupied the Dodecanese. When Venetian colony named for... Anthony?
Like the Aegean Sea?
15. Thierry Mugler created one of these objects depicting glassmakers, claiming it was impossible to make a star with tapered points. For 10 points each, name these objects which hold and spray a certain liquid. Minimalist and rectangular, one of these objects was designed to hold Chanel's No. 5.
Like a bottle,
Freaking
perfume bottle.
atomizer or something. I don't know.
What?
Answer?
Like a perfume bottle.
This French fashion house, named after its founder, Christian, created a golden-necked bottle based on the female figure for its fragrance J'adore, and its black and blue bottle for Sauvage.
Dior.
A perfume bottle shaped like one of these objects was designed by Victor and Rolf for a fragrance named after them. That bottle also has a black flower-shaped tag designed to resemble a pin in one of these objects.
Boy.
Answer?
Yeah. Grenade direct.
For 30. Toss-up 12. Kaluza-Klein theory creates a fifth dimension to unify this force with electromagnetism. Zoe?
The weak force?
Sorry, incorrect, number 5. Lee Sage postulated an early theory for this force whose gauge boson has a spin of 2. A loop quantum model attempts to unify... Nathan?
Gravity.
15. The statue of a character created by this author is unveiled by Belle Radcliffe at the novel's end. For 10 points each, name this author who described a German explorer leading a doomed expedition in Voss. This author also wrote about the painter Hurtle Duffield in the Vivisector.
White.
White is an author from this country whose region of the Outback is explored by Voss. One of this country's many bush ballads is by Banjo Patterson and is titled Waltzing Matilda.
Australia.
Irene Sklavos is the subject of a novel by White titled For Hanging One of These Spaces. A Catherine Mansfield short story is titled For a Party in one of these locations.
Garden.
All 30. Toss-up 13. This character is captured by the patron Minette after he sends rent money to the Jondrettes. This character becomes wealthy after inventing a method of manufacturing black glass and is refused a room at an inn. Abigail?
D'Artagnan.
Sorry, could you repeat?
D'Artagnan.
No, incorrect, 95. And after showing his yellow passport, this man who lifts a carriage off of a Fauchelevent used the alias Monsieur Madeleine after stealing 2 silver candlesticks. For 10 points, named this former convict who was imprisoned for stealing a loaf of bread in the novel Les Miserables. Emily?
Jean Valjean.
Yep. Bonus. This politician led the Food for Peace program under John F. Kennedy. For 10 points each, named the South Dakota senator and loser of the 1972 presidential election. This man's running mate, Thomas Eagleton, was humiliated after his mental health issues were revealed to the public.
McGovern?
That makes sense.
Direct?
Description acceptable. Eagleton had earlier insulted McGovern as the candidate of acid, abortion, and amnesty for this general group of people who Jimmy Carter pardoned on his first day in office.
Draft dodgers in the Vietnam War. Direct?
McGovern and Eagleton's replacement, Sergeant Shriver, were defeated in a landslide in 1972 by this president who would later resign in the Watergate scandal.
That makes sense.
All 30. Toss of 14. The city's inner loop is surrounded by Beltway 8. Bayou Palace is located in this city's theater district, while NRG Stadium hosts the city's radio. Sugarland is a suburb of this city named Clutch City. Emily?
Houston?
15. Bonus. 84 members of this organization were killed by Tuareg militias in the Battle of Tinzuuten. For 10 points each, name this mercenary group, which assists Mali's military junta in fighting separatist rebels in Azawad. This group committed the Mura massacre.
Contras? I don't even know where you're talking about.
Answer?
Yeah, I don't know.
Contras?
Wagner Group. The Wagner Group was also accused of supplying their rapid support forces in their civil war against Abdel Fattah al-Burhan's rule of this country.
Sudan?
This Gulf country, according to UN reports, supplied the RSF with weapons disguised as humanitarian aid. Passports issued from this country's city of Dubai were discovered in the RSF-controlled city of Omdurman.
So the UAE?
Yes.
20.
Can we get a score check?
Yep. 270, Scholars A, Easy 205. Okay. Toss of 15. In one play, a mob in this city kills one character due to his bad verses. A character from this city is called the God in the title of one biography. The stammering title character plays a fool to become this city's ruler in an historical novel by Robert Graves. A speech addressing members of this city repeatedly calls one historical figure admirable and honorable. Anthony?
Rome.
For 10. Bonus. For 10 points each, answer the following about alternatives to the pH scale. Unlike the pH scale, which is based on Bronsted-Lowry theory, the ECW model based on Lewis theory has no way to determine the degree of this trait. A pH below 7 implies this trait.
Neutral. What? No, wait. Above. Wait, did I hear that right? Base. Direct.
Acidic. The Hammett function is used to determine the acidity of these species. These species are defined as any acid more acidic than sulfuric acid.
It's like strong. Direct.
Superacids. The sum of pH and power of this ion always sums to 14. This ion is formed aside H plus in the auto-ionization of water.
Hydroxide.
Correct. Toss-up 16. This man's eponymous book of the Bible contains the only mentions of the behemoth, and he declares, "Naked I come from my mother's womb," after his house is destroyed. This man was asked, "Does Dallas still..." Emily?
Job?
15. This monarch's land capital was chosen by Jawaharlal Nehru as his country's state emblem. For 10 points each, named this follower of Dhamma who expanded the Mauryan Empire to its largest extent and proselytized one religion in his rock edicts.
Ashoka the Great?
Ashoka oversaw the founding of the Theravada sect official religion, which he converted to after his victory in the Kalinga War. This religion follows the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama.
Buddhism?
To commemorate the
Buddhism,
disciple
correct?
Sariputra, Ashoka built a great one of these structures named after Mount Nalanda. These mound-like structures contain Buddhist relics known as sarira.
Like temples?
Yeah, we did temples.
Stupas. So 20. Toss-up 17. This process is induced by the binding of the Fas ligand to the CD95 receptor. The binding of P53 to DNA. Nathan?
Apoptosis.
15. In the perfect form of this phenomenon, the economic profit is zero. For 10 points each, known as economic variable measured by the Herfindahl-Hirschman index. Monopolies occur in the absence of this variable.
Competition.
Natural monopolies arise due to barriers of entry such as this effect, which pushes long-run total costs down. This effect arises when increased production lowers marginal costs.
Oh, like it becomes more efficient to call. Efficiency, direct.
Economics of scale. The presence of monopolies always result in this phenomenon, in which economic surplus is lost due to inefficiencies in production.
It's like excess capacity. Correct?
Dead weight loss.
Oh, shh.
Toss-up 18. A song by this band ends with the man saying, "I was in the right, yes, absolutely in the right." Two businessmen shaking hands, one of the men on fire covers an album. Zoe?
Pink Floyd.
15. Answer the following about Loki being punished for his hijinks. For 10 points each, after insulting the Aesir and fleeing into a waterfall, Loki was caught by this deity. This Norse god of thunder wields the hammer Mjolnir.
Okay. Thor.
After Loki lost the bet, one of these beings named Brokers sewed Loki's lips shut after being forbidden from touching his neck. Another one of these beings named E3 created Gungnir and Mjolnir.
Dwarf.
After Loki is bound to a rock, this Jotun fastened a venomous snake above him to drip poison on him for eternity. This figure married Njord after choosing her husband based solely on looking at their feet.
Oh, it's Magnus Chase's dad.
What?
Freyr?
Odin? Freyr.
Frey,
Was
just
it-
Frey.
Scotty.
Yeah.
Oh no, the giant.
What?
Oh,
Toss-up 19. This leader of the Fifth Republic movement gave the Por Ahora speech to announce the failure of a coup against Carlos Andres Perez. This leader established a chain of grocery stores called Mission Mercal and hosted the TV show A lo Presidente. This leader of the Bolivarian Revolution fired 18,000 employees at the Anthony?
Just Javier Milei?
Incorrect. Sorry, Nick. 5. And fired 18,000 employees at the PDVSA oil company for striking against him. For 10 points in, this predecessor of Nicolas Maduro and former socialist president of Venezuela. Zoe?
Chavez.
For 10.
Point. I almost forgot.
Good buzz.
Bonus. One of these constructs is used for pathfinding and is named for Edsker Dijkstra. For 10 points each, name the sequences of instructions used to perform certain tasks or calculations in a certain amount of steps.
Algorithm.
That makes sense.
This common sorting algorithm repeatedly swaps adjacent elements until the list is completely sorted. It is named for the way larger elements float to the top.
Bubble sort.
In its worst case scenario, bubble sort runs in this time complexity due to its use of nested loops. Other sorting organisms with algorithms with this runtime include insertion sort and selection sort.
There's always something about an O.
So it's like
Big O?
polynomial? Or
No, it's like the capital O. I don't know.
Answer?
a linear? Oh.
Big O.
Big O of n squared.
Oh.
Toss up the last. Writing about this piece's inspiration led Amy Beach to compose her first symphony. The last movement of this piece uses a long E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, E motif and is introduced after a repeating BC figure. Harry Burleigh inspired a melody beginning F, A flat, played by English horn in this piece's largo second movement. Zoe?
From the New World.
For 10.
Nice.
One parody of this poem describes chopping down the house that you had been saving. For 10 points each in this poem, which describes breaking someone's leg while dancing in a parody by Kenneth Koch. This poem describes items you're probably saving for breakfast.
So the plums? What's
Yeah.
it called?
This is just a
What's
say.
it called? Yes.
Yeah. Koch described spraying hollyhocks with lye in a parody of this author's poem, This Is Just to Say. This author also described white chickens in his poem, The Red Wheelbarrow.
Williams.
And This Is Just to Say, the narrator apologizes for eating these fruits which are delicious, so sweet, and so cold.
Plums.
Plums, right?
Yeah.
Out 30.
Nice.
Final score, Scholars A 310, Easy 345.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Okay.